Okay, so there's a lot of debate these days about university. Is it worth it? Is it a scam? Whatever. So today I'm going to speak about that, kind of dive into it. First of all, why can I speak about this? Well, I'm 19 years old. I'm in university. I also do online business, that kind of thing. So I've got quite a broad perspective. First of all, I'm sorry for the audio. I'm building out my office and it's still quite echoey in here. I still need to add a lot of things. So I want to speak about university, right? And I'm currently a first year. I'm studying something kind of business related. Let's say that it's kind of accounting more so. And then I'm in high ticket sales and that kind of side of things of the online business space. So the first thing I want to speak about is AI, right? So AI, we all know it. It's going to replace a bunch of jobs. Okay. And people are very scared about that. But also the nice thing is AI is also going to create a lot of new jobs. So it might take some more tedious jobs, like let's say, I don't know, I want to say something like script writing, but also there's always going to be a human element or to most things because you're not going to replace humans with AI completely because it's not going to be up to scratch. It's not going to have human touch, but that's a different conversation. It's going to take away some jobs, right? Some tedious manual tasks. Okay. What it's going to create then is people that manage and oversee the AI tools or people that do prompt engineering or something of that nature. So there's going to be new jobs that also get created, right? Now, that's great. So jobs are going to fall, new jobs are going to come. Cool. Now, the problem with university is they're too slow to catch up to these changes. So in my course, for example, what I'm doing at university, we do have some sort of AI kind of module, but it's really just focusing on Excel macros, which have existed for years and years, and ChatGPT, that's it, right? So the thing to take note is they're not staying up to date with AI, and they're kind of scared of using it. Like we obviously have rules and stuff at university that say you can't use AI, you can't use AI. So now there's kind of two groups of students. There's group A using AI and kind of cheating, or some of them don't cheat, but they use AI to study or whatever. And then there's the other group who doesn't use AI, kind of follow the rules, everything. And both of these two are going to pass and get their degree in 4 years or whatever. But then what's going to happen is the group that used AI is going to be more used to the current working condition and space. University takes too long to catch up to what's actually happening right now. Like with the progression of AI, universities should be implementing a lot of AI, allowing students to make use of it, to be more productive, get to know how AI works, how to use it efficiently. Because in 10 years' time, it's not going to be the person who was able to memorize a bunch of knowledge that they can type into ChatGPT in 30 seconds or into Google or whatever. It's going to be the person that has the skills and can make use of the tools that they have to solve a problem, which is exactly what AI should be used for in university. So that's problem number one, right? They don't catch up quick enough. By the time you're learning about AI in university, the real people who would have learned it 10 years ago are absolutely smashing it in the market and everything, right? Also, I have some notes on my monitor here. So if I look over here, it's kind of some things I wrote down. So the next part is that university teaches theory and not practice. So I actually spoke to my dad about this. He's quite pro-university. One of the big reasons I went to uni as well. And he even said when he studied engineering, he did quite well. I mean, he passed his grade 4 years, or passed his course, whatever you want to call it. And then as soon as he walked into a job setting, he had no idea what he's even doing. Like he knew all the theory, he knew how to do the equations, he had no idea how to actually practically do that. And the people that came, the people that came from different kind of colleges and stuff that have a more hands-on approach, not traditional university, they actually knew what they were doing. They could actually adapt much quicker than the theoretical students could. So that's the other thing. I think university teaches you a lot of theory and very little practice of how to actually use your skills and everything. So you're essentially going into the job market saying, oh yeah, I have this degree, hire me. First of all, different conversation, but lots of degrees and stuff aren't getting hired anymore. You need to pick certain ones, and we'll speak about ROI and everything. But then you get hired, And then it's like, okay, I'm hired. What do? I don't even know how to use any of these skills that I say I have on my CV. So that's another interesting thing. Now, the next point is ROI. So is university a good return on investment? I made a tweet a long time ago that said something that my girlfriend actually said while we were driving back from university. She said, imagine trying to sell university on a sales call, right? Yeah, it's going to be $60,000 a year. It's going to be for 4 years. You're not going to earn anything for the first 4 years. Then when you step out of the job, you'll probably earn around $3,000 per month. Oh, and hold on, you still have to pay taxes to the government. So you're spending post-tax money on university and you're earning pre-tax money. Okay. And if you factor in loans and interest, it just gets absolutely insane. Like university in that sense is not worth it. Like the trades and people becoming plumbers and everything are coming out much further ahead, or pretty much the same. I won't say much further ahead because I don't know the statistics that well. But I know it's nothing like a crazy return on investment. Now, there is nuance to this. Some place where I'm from, like South Africa, my degree literally costs like maybe $3,500 per year, which is not a lot of money. $3,500 per year, 4-year degree, and you earn about $10,000 in your first year. Okay. And then after your third year, it's quite a lot. You earn maybe like $30,000 to $40,000, and it obviously keeps on climbing. Peak of your career, you're probably earning like $150,000, $200,000 if you're like really, really good. But so the ROI here is pretty decent, especially if you can get a bursary or scholarship or whatever as well, because you're not spending that much. Like literally, if you're taking my degree, it's like $14,000. You're making most of that back your first year. After second year working, you've paid it all back. Now that isn't accounting for your expenses and stuff like living costs to go to your job and everything. But I'm not going to get into all the math behind this. It's just, that's one of the biggest things you need to look at for university. Is it ROI positive? Like, are you going to spend this money and make it back relatively quickly and start like benefiting from it? Because otherwise there's no point. Like, it's better to do something shorter or learn some kind of skill and get paid for that rather than study longer, pay a bunch of money, start earning later. Like, it's just, there's a lot of factors to consider. Now, I will say there are definitely there definitely are degrees that are better than others, like engineering being one of them. Like a lot of the STEM majors, they do quite well. Their ROI is quite positive. So it's not a bad idea to go study that, especially if you want to be in that field. Like if you're just going to university to go to university, like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. It's probably not the right move. And then the next thing I want to say is like this whole online space speaks a lot about, oh, don't go to university, just start an online business. And me being in university, and let's say last month I made close to $9,000 in profit, which is quite a lot of money for South Africa. It's not that much in the grand scheme of things, and it doesn't mean I'm rich or I make like a ton of money or anything, but it's proof of concept, right? I made $9,000 last month, which is close to what you make your first year after studying a 4-year degree, which is pretty insane, at least for my degree. And then the thing about that is, though, that online business isn't for everyone either. I hate that the whole online space hates on the traditional 9-to-5 and working a normal job and stuff, because first of all, society is built on a lot of these jobs. And number two, some people like the comfort and stability of a normal job, which in all honesty, I would too. I think the only reason I prefer online business is because you can make so much money that you have stability through that. I'm still going to make a video on the 4 kinds of stability or where that comes from. I forgot what I named it. But yeah, so you need to make sure your university degree is ROI positive, especially for where you plan to study and where you plan to work. Like you need to look at those two. Is it ROI positive? Are you going to make a lot of money from it? If not, then don't go. Now, the next question is, everyone hates on like university, like, oh no, I'm not going to go, just going to start an online business, do X, Y, Z. First of all, how long have you been trying? If you've been trying for 2 years and you haven't made any money online, how can you hate on university and be like, oh, don't go, it's a scam? Bro, you're being scammed. You've been trying for 2 years, you haven't made any money. At least the people who go to university usually make money back from it. But that's a different conversation as well. But so the point is, I guess the question really comes down to, is university or online business the right move? And if you're kind of struggling between the two, I'd say try both, like I'm doing right now in university, also doing online business. Now, is it hard? Yes, like time management and stuff is really, really difficult. But if you can do it, like I'm getting a university degree and I'm making money online, which is optimal, because that means if I decide online money isn't for me long term, which I won't do, like I want to make a lot of money, and having online businesses and stuff is definitely the future, in my opinion. If I don't want to do that, I still have an accounting degree to fall back on, which is quite stable. Is AI going to take that job? Who knows? We'll see. But I think having a degree as a backup is going to be important in the future, especially when you have a family and stuff. It's easy to say, oh yeah, I'll just make it work with online business, which is something I would say, like, oh yeah, it's fine. I mean, if everything goes down the drain, I'll just keep working. But once you have kids and people depending on you, like you have a wife, 2 kids, when you start earning an income, you start putting food on the table and all these things, which is not okay, or at least I'm not okay with that. So that's why I want a degree as a backup as well. Also some pressure from society, parents, that kind of thing. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to my decision. And I think online business as a supplementary while you're going through while you're going through university, to make a lot of money, invest a lot of money so that you can actually start way ahead once you start working, is a big, big kind of slingshot forward. My plan is to buy an apartment before I'm done studying, like I buy the apartment cash, where I will live in afterwards. And then that way, my biggest expense, which is always going to be rent, is already out of the equation. So I don't have to worry about that. It's much easier to build wealth long term when you don't have to worry about a bunch of small things, right? Anyways, that's pretty much enough yapping from me. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any thoughts, ideas, whatever about this, send them in the comments. I'll respond to all of them. If you watch this far, post a book emoji in the comments. And if you want to see me talk about other videos or see some kind of stats or whatever, send a comment as well. Thank you boys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.